in absentia candidates who have been certified after examinations to be duly qualified to receive the degrees in the Faculty of Education, Faculty of Science and Education in the Tamil Nadu Teachers Education University. Thank you, sir.
Let the candidates stand and take the pledge. We shall, in thought, word and deed, ever endeavor to be scrupulously honest in the discharge of our duties in our profession, and shall uphold the dignity and integrity of our profession and the honor of our university. We shall uphold and advance social order and the well-being of our fellow citizens, and shall devote all our energy to promote unity, integrity, and secular ideals of our country. By virtue of the authority vested in me as the Chancellor of the Tamil Nadu Teachers Education University, I admit you all to the several degrees both in person and in absentia in the Faculty of Education, for which you have been declared qualified in this university, and in token thereof you have been presented with these degrees, and I authorize you to wear the robes ordained as the insignia of your degree. Let the candidates be seated.
May I request Honorable Governor Chancellor to deliver his presidential address. Please, sir.
Most respected Pro-Chancellor and Minister for Higher Education, Government of Tamil Nadu, Dr. K. Ponmudi, Professor Dr. Krishna Bhaskar, Director, Indian Institute of Information Technology, Manipur, the chief guest of today, Dr. D. Karthikeyan, Principal Secretary to Government of Higher Education, Professor N. Panchanathan, Vice Chancellor of the University, Professor M. Soundararajan, Registrar in charge, Professor P. Ganeshan, Controller of Examination in charge, syndicate members, distinguished faculties, distinguished academicians and educationists present here, all the graduating students, the teachers, and their proud parents, gracious ladies and gentlemen, Anaivarkum Vanakkam. At the very outset, I'd like to congratulate all those who received their degree today, in person and in absentia. This is a day and moment of joy for you. What you have achieved today is the result of your determination, your hard work. I also congratulate your proud parents who stood behind you through your journey. And of course, the faculty of the university, your respective colleges, those who helped you in attaining what you have attained today, for their contributions, I congratulate them. Your degree today is a testimony of your resolve to achieve your goal, what you wanted to achieve. It is a testimony to your parents' trust in you, and it's a validation of your teachers, the faculty, who had the belief in you that you would make it, and they helped their best to achieve it. All of you deserve congratulations. I've seen there are a lot many among you who are already serving teachers. You have worked hard to achieve this degree. Some have gone for advanced courses, even doctorate. We all know, and it needs to be reiterated again and again, that the teachers are the most important people in our society, in our country. I heard the previous speaker saying that teachers are equated with God. But there is a saying that when the teacher and the God, they stand, and to whom do you worship, whom do you bow before first? The injunction is that you first bow to the teacher before you bow to the God. Because it's the teacher who makes you capable of even conceiving and appreciating even the God. Friends, you have a very heavy responsibility. When you are respected by all, because this is one profession where, irrespective of whether you are a teacher of the primary school or a high school or a college, you are respected not only by your students, but by the society as a whole. I remember many of my teachers who taught me, they are unfortunately no more because their life and time has taken toll. But whenever I visited my schools, my village, I never forgot, I never missed meeting and respecting my teachers, right from those who taught me in the primary school to high school. Quite often I did miss out on the college teachers, but not on those who taught me in the schools. Because they leave such an indelible mark on you. Because you are not just dispensing knowledge, you are not just teaching them curriculum, you are teaching them and inculcating so many values in them, that the bonding that develops between the teacher and student, especially at the formative age, is everlasting. And it's a fact that many of us may not remember many of the teachers in our colleges and universities, but we never forget those who taught us in our schools, primary as well as high schools. Now this respect and regard that you have, it's because you discharge a very heavy responsibility. And today this responsibility has become all the more heavier. Because today we are in an age where it's not enough to know something, but we are in an age which is highly competitive. Humanity has grown through different phases, from hunter-gatherer to pastoral to agriculture to industrial. Through all the ages we have grown to information technology. Today, we have entered into the age of artificial intelligence, automation, where we have intelligent machines doing so many things which humans did until now. And in this age, no doubt, no wonder, whatever be the achievement of a machine, the humans have to be above it, and they will always be above it. To make them capable of being a cut above the machine, and to compete in the age today, we have to produce not only just educated children, students, but we have to produce smartly educated students. Today we all know that the bookish knowledge is not enough. Rather, it's not much valued, it's not at a premium. So there is a greater thrust on application, applied knowledge. That's where a skill comes. That's where a knowledge which a student, having graduated from the high school or higher secondary school, is confident to take on something in the life. So a skill-based education. Education which is able to ignite the creativity in the child. That's very important, because every child has a lot of creative potential. It is for the teachers to make them conscious of it and to ignite that fire in their bellies so that they start experimenting. That's a big challenge. You have got your degree today, but your profession is such where your education will not stop. You will keep growing. You will keep growing in your own field, learning new and new techniques, learning from the experience of the students whom you teach. So continue growing. Let this degree not make you complacent that you have learned everything. Today, the pedagogy, the way of teaching is evolving. The old way of teaching is not adequate. And it's still in the process of evolution. A lot of materials have been created, far more materials are to be created. And each one of you, wherever you are, whichever school you are teaching, at whatever stage of students you are teaching, you would all be in a position to evolve those teaching materials based on your experience. The core theme is, the idea is how to make the education such that a child assimilates the knowledge. He doesn't just, or she doesn't learn it through rote, but assimilates the knowledge and experiments. The curiosity, the audacity to do something new. Don't discourage. The do's and don'ts are there, they will always be there. But in the field of creativity, give them the space, give them the freedom. We know our country is moving forward. Today, we are a resurgent country. All-round growth, all-round development is happening. And we have entered the Amrit Kal. Amrit Kal is the next 25 years of a timeline when our country has to be where it must be, the leader of the world. And in this, you will be playing the most pivotal role, because you will be producing the citizens of our country. Capable citizens. After all, what is the country all about? The country is built by its citizens, each one, each individual, each student that is coming to you. That student is like, I often say, that child is like the seed of a banyan tree. There is a huge tree, mammoth tree hidden latent in that seed, which is the size of just atomic size of a mustard seed, but it has a huge tree. Now it is your responsibility to see that that seed grows into what it is supposed to the size. Because if that child doesn't grow, the child is stunted. It's not only loss of that is a loss to the child or to the family. It is the loss to the country. We have to do our work with that sensitivity, with that sense of responsibility. We have been growing. The country has been moving forward, has been growing all these years, but we cannot afford to continue growing at that pace. We have to grow faster because there is a growth all around. We are in a competitive world, and in that we cannot afford to be complacent and simply grow. It's not the age of simple growth. It has to be transformative growth. And for that, our children, our students are the one who will be the one carrying out that responsibility. Each one of you. We know that today, with the change in the environment, with the opportunities being given to the people, to our young men and women, they are doing incredible things. Till a few years back, our children were all job seekers. There was hardly any innovation, hardly any startup. Today, we are among the fastest startup ecosystem in the world with over 80,000 of startups. The young men and women are doing incredible things, sending rockets in the sky and also diving in the depth of the ocean. It's these young men and women who would be building this country. And shaping them is your responsibility. You can imagine how heavy and how sacred this responsibility is. In the growth of our country, Tamil Nadu has a special role to play, because Tamil Nadu has been in the front-ranking states of the Union. They have been, in the field of education, we have excelled. We have achieved a lot. Now that shouldn't make us complacent. To a great degree, Tamil Nadu must act as the drivers, the engine of growth for the whole country. And Tamil Nadu, this place, it has been known for educations for long time. Tamil language, Tamil literature, since several thousand years ago, have shown the light. It's amazing. The intensity, the depth, the philosophical depth, the literary genius of Tamil literature, ancient Tamil literature, is unparalleled. So we have a tradition, several thousand years of tradition of knowledge. Knowledge which originated from this place and spread over the whole country and even beyond. The very idea of Bharat has been shaped to a great deal by people of this place, by the thought process of this place, by the philosophy of this place. Our teachers, our sages and seers from this land have traveled across the country and spread the light, which led to what we call Bharat as a country. We have to be conscious of this legacy. Conscious of this legacy. That you are not just a mere teacher of today. You are carrying a legacy of several thousand years of very, very rich knowledge system, the rich culture and tradition. And with that sense, you have to produce children. You have to produce citizens for the future of the country who take the country forward to the much higher level. And here, we know that the most important is at the primary level, shaping the kids, their cognitive orientation. their ability to think rather than learning through rote. And this cognitive ability to think and appreciate, assimilate, it can only be achieved in the mother tongue. Because any other language will not be able to do justice, will only create a unnecessary, unwarranted, unproductive strain on the child. And here comes the role of our mother tongue here, mother language, that is a Tamil language. It's ancient, rich, must be proud of it. And we must develop the material, more and more material. Which is conducive and contemporary to meet the needs of the challenge of today and tomorrow. In fact, the richness of Tamil is such that there is attempt by the government of India to spread it in the rest of the country. There are some chief ministers who are inclined to think of introducing Tamil as one of the languages, optional languages in the schools. Because only when you know the language, you know the door opens to the richness of the knowledge that is there in that literature. Great Thiruvalluvar, we all know, people have been talking about, we all talk about it, and we can continue talking about endlessly, there's no doubt about it. So concise, so precise, so pithy, such a 1.5 line, and such a powerful message, unparalleled. In the ongoing Kashi Tamil Sangamam, Tirukural, Prime Minister released Tirukural in several Indian languages. Because the knowledge which is here in Tirukural must reach other people, other citizens of the country as well. It should be a curriculum material in the schools in the rest of the country, but it's possible only when we translate it to their language. In 13 languages it has been translated and released, 13 Indian languages. Of course, translation has happened in many other languages, but we need to take it to our people in our country. The whole country is proud of Tamil language, Tamil literature, Tamil philosophy. And in fact, I was in one of my conversations when I was talking to some chief ministers in the north and trying to persuade them to why not to think of introducing Tamil as one of the optional languages. I found that the chief minister of Haryana speaks such a fluent Tamil, Manohar Lal Khattar. I was taken aback. How did you learn it? He had his story to tell, but yes, he's learned it. In fact, till some decade back, Tamil was one of the languages in Haryana schools, one of the languages, optional languages in the school. Something happened in last about 10-15 years, and they discontinued it. They are contemplating to reintroduce it. I met the students in Delhi, Tamil schools. We have a Delhi Tamil Education Society which runs a number of schools. And more than half the students are non-Tamilians. And when I hear them talking Tamil, some of the teachers, they say that they are far more fluent. In fact, many of the teachers who have gone over for a long time, they say that these children are far fluent in Tamil. They speak with the flavor, the native flavor. I think we need to spread the language to the rest of the country for the benefit of all. Friends, this country, this great country, which has lived like one family, one kutumbam, for thousands of years. This suffered during the period of colonization, when the people's movement from one end to the other was restricted. Because when the colonial rulers came, they realized that this people, the united people, there were hundreds of rulers, Rajas and Maharajas, and that is what we often say, that we cannot understand this country from the perspective of Western notion of a state. The Western nations, Western states, Western countries were created out of force. There was a ruler, Bahubali, who captured a territory, consolidated it, and made it. This is how America was built. This is how Canada came. This is how Australia came. All the European countries came through violence. Not Bharat. Bharat is a cultural and civilizational evolution. Bharat is an idea. Bharat is a philosophy. Bharat is a culture. And that is what connects the people from the close to Himalaya, whether it is Srinagar, Kashmir, or whether Arunachal Pradesh, or down to Kanyakumari. You see that. This Bharat was made by our rishis, sages. And in that, the contribution of this land, the sages of this, has been phenomenal. There were crises, moments of crisis, especially 12th century onward, when the north of the country suffered heavily by onslaught, constant onslaught from the central India and the near west. It is leaders of this place, thought leaders of this place, who actually saved the country, starting from Sri Ramanujacharya to others. You know, our Nayanars and Alvars, the treasure of literature that they gave us, that became the source for the rest of the country. I often wonder, people in the north talk about Tulsidas. I really wonder if Ramanand were not there, Tulsidas would not have been there. Ramanand could not have been there unless Ramanujacharya were there. It's the leaders from this place who went. In the 4th century, one Pallava prince from here, Kanchi, goes to Nalanda, learns, becomes Acharya, named Bodhidharma. He taught there, then he came, and by sea route he went to China and introduced Buddhism in China. Buddhism in China owes to this land. A scholar from this land, Bodhidharma, from here, he went to Nalanda, studied, taught, came, went to China. Shaolin Monastery, many of young people would have seen in the film, mostly displaying the martial arts. The Shaolin Monastery is the monastery of Pallava prince who renounced the princehood and went over there. It was brought, even the martial art was taken from this place only. So this place has not only enlightened the whole country, but even many parts of the world. And this is the beauty. At this time, when we are in this Amrit Kal of 25 years, we have to rise over many of the narrow feelings. We have to rise as one family. And with that, in that spirit, we have to connect. We have to embrace each other. You know, there is a cultural confluence, the festival of cultural confluence is going on, Kashi Tamil Sangamam, which commenced some days back, about 10 days back. This is essentially, it was there. It has been there for thousands of years. It was there till the early of 19th century, when thousands of people traveled both way from Kasi to Rameswaram and back. Unmindful of which king, which Raja, which territory they were passing, for them it was a one country, one society. And these are borne by the historical evidence. I hit upon one letter, 1801, the last Maratha ruler of Tanjore, Sarfoji Maharaj. Sarfoji Maharaj, when the British took over the power from him, he wrote a letter on 20th of January 1801 to the British resident Benjamin Torrin. In that he tells him that, well, you have taken over the control of the territory and all. I hope you will not dismantle the unbroken chain of hundreds and hundreds of Shaitram and Dharmasala that exist between Kashi and Rameswaram, through which thousands and thousands of people travel both ways, and they get 3 meals a day and free medical treatment. Of course, the British dismantled, destroyed all those. This is to revitalize the kinship. It is to revitalize the sense of oneness that we had for thousands of years. Now in this, you as teachers, the maker of our nation, you have a big responsibility. You have a great role to play. And the country will continue looking upon you with a lot of expectations. I wish all of you the very best in your personal life, in your professional life. You have a long way to go. You will make yourself proud, your parents, your family proud, and of course the country proud. I wish you once again all the very best. Thank you. Nandri, Romba Nandri, Jai Hind, Jai Bharat. I dissolve this convocation.
On behalf of all of us present here, to show our love, our affection, our respect, and our gratitude, we give a small memento to Honorable Governor Chancellor, Honorable Pro Chancellor, Honorable Chief Guest, and respected Secretary, sir. Please, sir.
National Anthem.
पंजाब सिंध गुजरात मराठा द्राविड उत्कल बंगा विंध्य हिमाचल यमुना गंगा उच्चल जलति तरंगा तव शुभ नामे जाहे तव शुभ आशीष माहे गाहे तव जय गाथा जन गण मंगलदायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता जय हे जय हे जय हे